Hello, before the video starts, I just want to apologize quickly because the video was delayed. The reason behind it is basically my uni caught up to me, you know, I had to do a lot of assignments, a lot of projects, lectures as well, had to attend all of them. And you know, all that just caught up to me and I had to do a lot, so I'm sorry for the delay. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, I'm also here. I'm also in the team. We were meant to have 6. That's why in the intro there are 6 people, but at the end we had 7, and that's why I've edited myself in. But I did it so skillfully, you probably didn't even notice that I was edited in. You thought I was there, right? So yeah, I'm here.
So, another game jam. This one's a little bit different than the last one. What do you mean you don't know about the last one? My previous video. Haven't you seen it? Go and watch it right now. Link in the description. Or after this one. Or, well, you don't have to if you don't want to. But I would recommend it. Anyway, like I said, this game jam is a little bit different than the others. It is called createChester Game Jam. And it is hosted privately by the University of Chester for the games development students. This game jam happens every year. And it so happens that I'm in Chester Uni right now on games development course. What a coincidence. So, I've joined this game jam. This year, the jam happened on the 4th of November, and this video is a summary of the journey we had while building a game called Carefully Avoiding Roadblocks, or C.A.R, with an awesome team called Unique Feature Freaks. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start from the beginning. Firstly, how did we even get informed about the game jam? Well, it was subtle really. I only have 7 different emails reminding me about it. Secondly, teaming up. Teaming up was up to the students. If they already had some team members on their minds, they could team up with no problems. And if there were any people not having a particular team in mind, then teachers made the final calls. I was fortunate enough to be able to team up with my classmates Arya and Alex from the start. And then we found others to join our team as well, Michael, Jake and Peter. If you watched my previous video, link in the description, you can see that Arya and Peter were in my Ludum Dare team as well, which is great because we already know each other, meaning less stress from having to meet new people. And for someone like me who doesn't support social interaction, that worked perfectly. You are probably wondering why I haven't mentioned Connor yet, but we get there when we get there, okay? With our team of 6, we went to the morning briefing.
So we're going to go through just details. We'll go through kind of what a game jam is, because obviously we've got some level 4s of us who might not be totally aware of what it is and what could be achieved.
We discuss Ludum Dare examples. You can see Clockwork Climber, which is the game we made for Ludum Dare in the previous video, link in the description. At this point, the tutors wanted to finalize the teams, and there was one person left without the team yet.
So I think we're mostly looking all right with the teams. So is there anyone that doesn't have a team yet? I'm thinking Connor.
And that person was Connor. So Peter asked kindly if he wanted to join us.
I mean, I would love to have Connor on our team. That would be great.
I'm happy to go wherever.
And just like that, without any competition from other teams, Connor joined Unique Feature Freaks. Then it was time for the most important matter to discuss, the theme of the game jam.
Alright, so then that brings us to the theme.
Many minutes later.
Yeah, so the theme this year was partly chosen because we were originally going to have this as a 2-day jam, which would have been very tight on time.
Approximately 10 hours later.
But I actually think it's a really interesting theme.
6 months later.
Are we definitely certain about these teams?
Several days later.
Alright.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Okay, so the theme is, let's move on. So, let me click again. One mechanic. That is your theme this year. One mechanic.
There was nothing left to do than going into a Discord server.
The meme page begins.
And starting the game jam.
Sorry, I was laughing in the meme page. I needed a moment of composure.
Eventually, we started discussing the game jam.
Hit me with some mechanics.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, the actual game jam. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we got a game jam to win.
We forgot.
Okay, so
Finally, after a long time of genius ideas from us,
I mean, fair.
you're not making a mod for Minecraft. I mean, yes, technically it fits the bill. Alright, it's one mechanic, but
So what you're saying is, we cripple the player.
Petter, like in the previous video, link in the description, came up with an idea we agreed on.
So the mechanic is driving, and the player has control of the speed of the car. And the car is driving down a road, and then there are obstacles that like falling from the sky, like rocks from a cliff or something. And then just need to time their speed so they can drive past it without getting crushed, or they need to increase their speed to get through like a brick wall in the way.
We've sorted all the issues with Perforce, played some mine. You sent out Phil Swift.
Yes, I did.
wait, what?
I mean, discussed the ideas for details for our game, like the camera.
So you have the road going like this, and then the camera is like over here, and the car is like driving along on the road here.
And the graphics.
I was thinking like the low poly, it's
Yeah, it looks
super
good.
easy to produce.
We began fully developing the yet unnamed game. We've decided that we were going to have 3 different themes for 3 different levels. So we needed models for every single one. That's why Petter, Connor, Jake and Mikey all went to make different models for different levels right away, while Arya and Alex started working on some programming. And that left me with, of course, making the UI, like in the previous game jam. Link in the description. After some more conversations that in some countries would probably be considered war crimes, sound effects will be just someone going brrrr.
No. You know that video of this girl just going, I love you, and I miss you. Have that as the car noise.
I went back to work and started making a logo for the game. After some time, the team has made some progress. There was a prototype for movement, along with a scraper spawning obstacles.
Bruh.
Connor submitted their beautiful model for the car, and Mikey submitted this work of art tree model. And is it just me, or is it looking kinda A bit after that, Connor also submitted the enemy car model. I've decided to finish up the concept for the logo. Now all I needed was to just place it in the UI and it was done. I've edited the UI a little here and there, and as you can see, it took some time. I even edited some of it in my own time after everyone left. The first day was finished and we were really happy with the progress we've made. The second day didn't bring a lot of changes right off the bat. When I logged on and oh my god, look at that. When everyone was off, Petter made a lot of different models for the level and even made a little test scene for level 1. When I've joined the Discord, the team was testing the movement of the player, enemy cars.
Yeah, enemy car is moving correctly. That's all going very nicely.
Yeah. The enemy car is moving correctly.
Nice.
And overall the feeling of the gameplay. I started working on the pause menu while every other team member did their own work. So the development process for the game was really moving forward. I continued working on the pause menu and after a pretty long time it was all done. I decided to go and write the description for our game along with taking some simple screenshots. It is worth mentioning that at this point we have decided on who is making what level. Petter was in charge of making level 1, Connor was making level 2 and Jake was making level 3. Arya and Alex were programming the obstacles, Mike was providing moral support, and I, of course, did some more work on my UI. We've added a losing mechanic if the boulder falls on you, or if you hit the enemy car. After some time, Connor submitted some models for the second level, which were great. I decided to make the end screen of the game not so boring. And after a discussion with the team, I started making the level that would show up after the player wins the game. After a long time of fighting the lighting and the new prefab for the car I've made, I made an attempt on making the end level, but it got late and we needed to head off to not break any rules of crunch, of course. The last day of the game jam, there was of course a little stress from everyone, but we knew we had a lot of different features working well, so there was nothing to worry about really. When I joined the Discord and went onto Unity, I witnessed that our level 1 was fully finished with the background models and some new great obstacles. Level 2 was also fully finished. We had the level 3 well, not finished yet, but started. Petter has asked me for a little addition to the UI, a level selector, which gave the player the ability to choose between levels. So I went out there and made it quickly with no problems. I've asked Alex if he could look for some music while I was working on the UI, as well as the final end level. After Alex found some great songs for the game and decided what song fits what level, I had to add the UI for the music credit as well. I started working on adding the music to the game, making sure every song plays on the corresponding levels, and that the UI for the music slider is there and that it is working. While I was working on my stuff, level 3 has been finished and it was ready for testing. Look at that, the game was practically all finished. The last hour was upon us. We were carefully playtesting the game.
Main menu, level 1, level 2, level 3, credits.
Yep.
We found little to no errors until we couldn't make the build of the game.
It's not letting me build it.
For some reason, the build buttons were grayed out and we had no idea why. Changing some options didn't help, and the research online said we would need to reinstall Unity 43 minutes before the deadline. Thankfully, Arya found out you can install what we needed inside Unity already.
Windows build support, you can just do it in Unity.
Okay, go
Well, you
do
can
it.
just add the module.
I've done it.
Oh,
Build
general.
settings. I can build!
We were back on track. So now the build was done, it worked fine, we just needed to test the levels.
Gotta beat the game, alright?
Is it-
I've just gotta...
Just beat the game!
I have you know, the UI was working well, so I was pretty proud of myself, and the music,
I'm getting the same music for level 3 as I am for level 2.
No!
everything worked except for the music. But thankfully, I quickly fixed it, I've added some additional credits, and we made the build again. And
Yeah, level 3 is still playing level 2's music though.
the music is broken again. I broke something and made the entire team rebuild the game twice. I fixed it and made sure this time it worked. So now we have a working build with everything sorted out. All we needed to do was to upload it to itch.io. This is it. We got this in the bag with 11 minutes to spare. The file on the website is just the .exe. It has to be the whole folder, I think.
Did you zip the document before putting it on the itch.io page?
I did not.
Perfect. Just what we needed, right? The wrong file was uploaded. The time is running out pretty quickly. 4 minutes left. And all we are doing is racing a loading bar. Jesus Christ.
Upload faster, you
Baba Boo.
I'm gonna need
Baba Booey.
bottles and bottles of WKD.
We needed to add it to the game jam page as well. Now,
Girls
now
with fucking
add it to the game jam. Yes, we got it. Yes.
There
Yes!
we are. Right.
Yep.
1 minute and 28 seconds before the deadline. We have successfully submitted the game and finished createChester game jam. But that's not where the video ends. 11th of November, the results day. Now that's gonna be interesting. We were called into the meeting where the teachers showcased all the games. If you want to see them or play them yourself, I will leave some links to them in the description. But now, look at our glorious gameplay from our game. Just look at it. It's so beautiful, so amazing, so pretty. Now, for the results. But before that, a huge congrats to our team leader Petter for winning the MVP of the jam. Great job, man.
For showing compassion and camaraderie when helping out Team 1 to finish the jam.
So now for the actual results.
Yeah, this is the team with the second best overall score, which is the Unique Feature Freaks with their car game.
Great.
And we can see the scores across the board.
Yeah, baby, that's what I've been waiting for.
You're
That's
being
what
really,
it's all
really high there as
about.
well. The only one that kind of let them down was creativity, but Petter, we've got Connor,
Oh my god.
Michael, Jake, Vanuat, and Shimon, and Aria as
Great.
well.
My name is misspelled. Thanks.
So